Only 2 people have beat Ben Johns in singles this year. Quarterfinals, I beat Ben Johns. If you haven't checked out that video, go watch it. It's a beauty. Today we have post-match analysis versus J.W. Johnson. I've been enjoying these a lot. It's really helped me learn from my own game and helped me study singles a little bit more. You can never have too much pickleball and you can never have too much knowledge. So I mean, if you guys keep enjoying it and keep liking it, tell me in the comments, tell me a match you want to see. Let's jump into it.
On Prime Video. J.W. Johnson right out of the gate.
It's a bad backhand. There's a specific shot that I need that's going to help me there. And it's instead of having 2 hands, it's just use the 1 hand. Just use 1 hand and scoop it. Ben does that really well. Federico does that well. I mentioned that
Michelle, I always wonder
in the match I played Ben.
Teams or individuals in this case who get the big upset, can they follow it up? And Alshon has that chance right here.
Side out.
You know, sometimes you just got to make the guy play, and singles is definitely where you have to make the guy play. Good serve. Great shot.
Oh, how did he hit that angle?
I did nothing wrong that point, and that's the crazy thing about singles. It's you can do everything well and still lose, and it's a good lesson for life.
Not against this guy.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not
ads, man. It's a good shot. He's not hitting it overly hard. He's just placing it well. He's just placing it away from me, hitting it away from me, making me reach. Again, great job.
Not to the tune of Garnett running around.
J-Dub is very animated after he misses a shot. We both have different styles. That's his. I'm not sure if that landed in. He might have played it. It's good backhand. Just, once again, I'm just trying to hit it away from him. What you want to do in singles is you want to hit the ball low away from the player. 3 point off the serve. I will take it.
J.W. Johnson looking to reach the podium for the first time since February in men's singles, that is.
Yeah, he hasn't played as much as he has in the past, and very selective. Good choice here.
It's the right idea, but I just opened my face too much instead of
all day long and then go play your best.
Try to hit it inside out.
Tomorrow with your sister
bad
Georgia.
Shot.
You better have your full capacity.
You see what he did? When I hit it deep to his backhand, instead of trying to rip it and be off balance for the next shot, he just dropped it right into the kitchen. Forces me to, I don't really have much to do when he drops into the kitchen. It's hard to hit a winner off that, especially if they drop it to your backhand. Oh, I made that.
What a flick from Alshon right there. And I think this is an advantage for J.W. Johnson and Christian.
Just do that every time. Come on.
To be able to play tonight.
Good job. Nice. Once again, you see what I'll do is I'll hit it low and I'll keep moving. You know, there's a part of me that wants to let that ball bounce, his first volley, but you just have to keep moving. And it worked out. That's just a good shot. Once again, it's a great combo. Deep serve to the backhand. Cross court, angle cross court.
Number 1 in the country in tennis, in singles and doubles for 16s, 18s, and
I was number 1 in the country in tennis for 16s and 18s.
Relatively new on the tour.
And then college D3. I actually went 18-0 in my NCAA junior year at University of Chicago. It's a D3 school, but there's some good competitors out there. And 18-0, I mean, I didn't
A
lose.
shot. Tennis shining through there.
She's,
And again, you
tennis
see
does
every
shine
match,
through a
so
lot
many balls
in
just
tennis. I mean, tennis, you see
kissing
a
off
lot
the
of tennis
tape,
in
and that's
pickleball,
how
but
low the
it's
ball
really
needs to
only
be, or you know
singles.
the
Once you
volley
get into
could
doubles,
not be good.
the tennis helps you, the tennis helps you,
Alshon
but it only
began
helps
playing
you as a
pickleball in
baseline.
June
After you have that
2021,
baseline,
just
it's,
2 weeks after winning the
you know
Division
what? I
III
take that back.
NCAA tennis
You can learn the pickleball shots a lot easier if you have a tennis background or even any racket background. So
Johnson. So
to get back
good.
into it,
His
that's
hand
such
with
a that's a
these are the
shot
points he's
where
gonna
I put it. I use a second hand and I just pop it up. It's hard.
Drilling the
It's really
ball
hard to
and
get
coming in behind it.
to place it with
Johnson
two
gets
hands.
much more comfortable if he can get it
And
to the
all right, I got that point. But you'll notice this match.
cat and mouse.
Time now
That
to
is
check
why
in
I
with the
lost.
Third member of our crew.
I'll let you figure it out for yourself.
Blackwood,
But
who's joining us courtside with analysis. After
Cat
the
and mouse, man.
Serve. Sorry, Cam. What are you seeing?
Wanted to let that point go. Just to add on to your point there,
You
Mitch,
saw
with
that.
JW's hands, I think the win against Ben Johns was absolutely incredible.
I've said this
Alshon,
before,
I think
but if you hit a
mind
deep
key
serve
is
cross
he
court,
doesn't
they
have
return
the
down the line. You hit it
pitch in
cross
the sense
court.
that Ben John does, but I think he has better hands than he does. So as much as he can
Right
do
there,
the dance,
same
I think
combo.
when he finds those shots like, and he can pass.
The
JW's
problem there is I
hands
did
are a
it,
factor in this
and
match.
if he's there and he gets a ball back,
She'll be joining us all match
again,
long with our
I commented when
analysis.
J-Dub did
Eyes and
it,
ears on the
dropping
court.
that ball into the
Big
kitchen.
play.
It's the fifth
Shot
ball.
man in the booth.
I drove the fifth ball, he dropped it. You can see the experience he has
Passing
versus
shot
me.
there for JW.
Yeah, the one
This is a good
before
shot.
it's low sets up the next one, and you know that's what pickleball is, a series of steps to completing a rally, and great job there by J-Dub.
You have to feel very confident when you're at the net. If you're at the net and you're kind of like hiding back,
Oh, I mean, his hands
it's
are
not good because then you
ridiculous, and you'll
give
see
up
them
room. But if you feel
shine
confident
through
and if
even
you're like,
brighter
if
in
you're
doubles,
leaning
because
and like have your
that's when
weight
you've got
shifting
4 people,
forward,
14
you'll be
feet
able to
from each
cover
other.
more space. Once
His
again, I
ability
like
to
that
make a
combo.
good
Inside
first
out,
volley
they
and
flow it
then,
out,
you know,
they float
you
it
know you
up,
can't
and I
go
move
out
in.
where you're gonna eat it.
I like that combo too. If I go inside in forehand and I move in.
Court, and the Alshon drive stays in.
Nice. So that one I dropped the fifth,
Johnson
and then I guess the
to
seventh,
close the gap.
he had a good flick. If I can drop that lower, I'll be in a better position. Usually it's better to return down the
Slides
line,
up right off the
but if you
baseline,
return
and
down the
this is
line
a
all the
huge
time, your
opportunity for that
opponent's
man
going to know
right
you're
there for
returning
Alshon.
line. So it's good to
You
change
could
it up.
put Ben
So I'll
Johns
change it up and
and
go
J.W.
cross court
Johnson
sometimes.
Back-to-back victories.
And often you get a free
Same
point out of it if you hit a good
singles draw,
return.
That's unbelievable.
See, down the line return. Nice. Get back. It's a good drop. Like why am I trying to slice it hard down the line? It almost
Amazing
worked.
court coverage for a tall guy.
Between
But there's
JW
just no
Johnson
reason to
and
do that.
Christian Alshon.
That's the shot.
JW Johnson.
He won the point because I hit that shot and it stayed up.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to get to the kitchen line and make things happen, and that's what
I've been practicing that shot, and I'm going to keep practicing it. And it's going to be in my toolbox. I promise you that. Drop volleys, pretty effective. Even though it's a small court, it is hard to get from the back to the front. It's easier to go side to side. Little luck,
Net
but hey,
bounce.
I like to say I
Now a
create my own
two-point
luck.
lead For Alshon.
yeah, the classic run around the backhand and
It's also true that you create your own luck because
not too sad.
if I hit
about
every
that
ball like
kissing off the
within,
tape
if my
and
margins are
bouncing over the
super
JW
close to the net and low,
paddle, so
I'm likely going to get more net courts than somebody who hits it a foot above the net
Sails
or
long that
foot.
time, JW
Like
Johnson.
I'm hitting it, my target is small versus if somebody's aiming like up here, they're not going to get a ton of net courts. I'm aiming like this much above the net, like 3 inches. I remember that point.
Yeah, another cat
See, this is
mouse
just one of
point
the
at kitchen
moments
line
where
goes
I'm
JW
playing
Johnson's
pickleball
way.
and I'm
He's
face to
certainly
face
been
with the
rewriting
guy and I'm
motions
not
all day,
comfortable.
taking out
I
the
have
top
time
seat.
at the kitchen and I don't know what to do and I
One down.
you freak out.
Couple more to
You
go.
freak out in the sport, man. A lot more in singles than in doubles.
Nine down his first ever gold medal, if he can do it. He's already taken down the toughest pillar.
It's a free point, man. So many free points in
Game point on
singles.
his
It's
side.
crazy. If you have the mental and physical strength to just decrease or minimize your unforced errors, you're going to do so much better. It's a good drop. Great move. Yeah. Yeah, I remember
He's
that.
on his way.
That felt so good. I was so locked in. I was like, Christian, right here, right now. I like that idea though, because I'm off my back foot. It's not smart to rip it down the line because he's covering line. So if I just shape that cross court, low cross court. So he hit a really deep serve, almost landed on the line, which makes me get to the net late, and I'm out of position for that first volley. So right there, I'm at the net, and I'm
Cameron Blackwood has
a
more.
little nerves,
some
a little
conversation
start of the game
between
nerves. But
JW
either way, I was at the
Johnson
net, and I was
and
ready
consultant Cam.
for that first
What's
one.
going on?
Yes.
Why split stepping
We
is
have
very
Mario
important,
Mario,
similar
and
to tennis.
He was telling J-Dub, he said, when you get up to, when you can drop the ball to the backhand side of Christian, you're having a lot of success. So
Like
when you make those
that's
drops,
like
you're
that's
going
where you
backhand
just
side,
that
but
just
also
can't
said
happen.
Alshon has
Like
had a lot
that
of
you
success
can't
on
be
that
giving
inside
people
out
that. That's
forehand. So
terrible.
go ahead and maybe start driving a little bit more to the forehand side to open up the backhand side.
Hey, he did what I said I love to do, and it's a great move for anybody.
A little balancing
Drop it
act
low to
right
my
there
backhand,
to
move in.
as well.
Works on the forehand too. Nice. I got a little lucky because he guessed the right side and I didn't hit a great shot.
Alshon just a bit too high for JW
But I
Johnson.
Yeah, I think
anticipated
if he
his.
listens to his coach and drops that ball. And it bounces. He's in a much better spot there than trying to make a passing shot from that position.
Yep.
The backhand flick, he makes.
You know,
it
that's a
look effortless,
caveat
but that
to
shot
dropping.
is not-
No,
It's if
because
you can't get it
you're
down,
basically
you're almost
trying
always going to lose the point
start
because
a
your opponent has like a
motorcycle
sitter.
with what you're doing with your arm and just so good.
motorcycle. Ah, I see.
Gotta have the
I don't
sound
know
effects
why
on
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
covering that shot. You could see that I was
Thank you.
clearly
You're
on the
clarifying
left
my
side. Look, I'm
There's
so
Alshon's
far over. Look how far over I.
frustration with this next
Well, the thing
ball
is, it's like we
going off the
anticipate in
table.
pickleball, and I was
Obviously, we gotta paddle on it, but that doesn't
anticipating an
help the
inside out.
scoreboard.
It's better to cover line than cross court because it takes. That was a good shot.
Oh wow.
I took it early, so it didn't bounce, which is the key to me winning. But like I was saying,
So it did, but this ball
It's-
right here has to
the ball
bounce.
takes
You're
longer to
just
pass you
feeding him
cross
there,
court
so
than
if
it
that
does
ball's
down
on
the
ground,
line. So you got to
again,
cover
JW
line
Johnson
a little
had
bit more.
couple chances with a nice little construction of a point, but the ball's got
All
to
right,
land in the leg.
we're on the
loop.
board with a missed return. 10 more of those and in my first final. I mean, I got him because he was ready for the inside
Enjoy
out.
the ride with Huggies, baby.
He was ready
Our
for the
diapers
inside
and wipes
out,
keep
and
you
I-
comfy and clean. Huggies, we got
It's
you,
an
baby.
unforced error, and I didn't need to hit a great shot. All I needed to do was just make it. And, you know, those are the shots that I see in my nightmares. When I'm going to sleep at night, that's what I see. That's what gets me out of bed at 5 a.m. to start training. Nice. Good hustle by J-Dub.
Combination of volleys by Alshon.
I'm
Tough
6'2"
to
with
win when
shoes,
you're on the
so I have a
full
decent
sprint.
amount of reach, and it makes it hard to get the ball by me. I'm scared for when a 6'8" guy comes in who can get low.
Alshon.
I don't know if that was in or out, but I yelled,
It's a
"Come on,"
break.
and
Yeah, paints
he
the
missed
line
an
with that
opportunity
forehand.
to call it out.
That's gotta
Then
be
again,
the path
I mentioned this
to
in the last
Sunday.
video. It's hard because we call our own lines, and you don't want to cheat. but you also don't want to play an out ball. So
Ignatowich Johnson answers back.
it's hard. We need line
Again, it's the
judges
depth of
because
that ball
nobody
that
wants to
you
be calling
want
their own
to
balls.
be
Like
able
we
to
would
drop the
rather
ball and come in, but
just somebody call for us because it's like we're focused on like trying to hit good shots, not calling the ball out.
A shot, Ignatowich
So
Johnson.
you'll notice there is
Yeah,
when
lucky
somebody's
for Alshon
quick
there,
and the
was
ball
way
hits,
ahead,
well, the ball hit the
but,
top of the net.
that
I wanted to
pesky
keep
tape
him
got
back,
in
so
the
I
way.
wanted to hit it deeper to
Now
keep
you're
him
in
back, but
trouble.
he moved in quick.
Great job by Johnson.
So even
reading
so,
it, coming
because I was
in
trying to push him back, it stayed up. He was able to take it out of the air, and then miss return. Can't be
below
doing that.
180 scoreboard.
Just like that, a game of momentum.
That's a really good shot.
So other than dropping low to the
So I
backhand
realized
side and
after
other
this point,
adjustments
it was after this point, it's coming back to me. So I had a high
What else
ball.
has changed in his
I
favor?
hit it
To sometimes
right to his
not
forehand.
out. So even though these guys are playing incredible
And what I
pickleball,
should have done is I should have just pushed it to his backhand. Because what he's going to do if I hit to his backhand is he's going to drop it. And I'd rather him drop it
anything slick on the
than
court. So
hit a low ball
hopefully
by
it
me.
lets up and these guys can finish this match.
I kept that low, but he hit a good
That
shot.
hesitation with
Yeah, you can't, or then if it's making me hesitate, I'm telling the referee.
J-Dub is playing well right now.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't made
Just
any
in a
mistakes.
semifinal. Wow, there's a rare-
And he misses a serve.
You'll see
But
one of those
he's playing well right now.
maybe a
He's
day.
hitting his
That's
shots,
probably a
and
lot.
it's
Just people
it's
don't
showing.
push
8-2. I mean, I gave him 3 points in the beginning. That's the thing.
However,
When
flip
somebody's
side
playing
back,
well,
you say you wanna call
it can't last
then
always.
you're
Nobody can
waiting.
play well
for
forever.
sure. So
It's
you gotta-
impossible.
This match, then you have to sleep
So if
forward,
you
attacking
just
the
understand that, hey, this guy's playing well, and you just stay in it, they're going to give you something.
Yes,
And if they don't, then
great
too good.
decision has
Clap, shake their hand, move on. There will be another day. That was a good point for me.
Sure.
Next thing you know, it's 4-8. I'm back in it. I would wait until it's like 6-8 to say I'm back in it, but
Yeah, really nice.
Creating some momentum.
like, this is such a big point. Yeah, you know, it's not really a terrible idea to rip that cross court because I dropped the previous one. I gotta make that. If I make that, drop the next one.
And the other big thing as relates to the
You know,
weather
I think
here
I like
is
hitting the first volley down
Atlanta,
the
you
line a
expect
little
it to
bit
be
more.
hot, so therefore the ball is
Because if
playing
you hit it
slower
cross
and
court,
mushier.
they're already
Here
they're
we
standing
have
there.
Chillier for Atlanta
For the most
conditions
part.
where it's playing a lot faster than you would have ever dreamed in Atlanta.
Like that one, you could have hit
That's a
it.
really good point.
J-Dub could have hit it cross court. Boom.
If the weather
I
gets
dare
warmer
you.
in
I
the next
dare
couple of
you
days, as
when
we
we're at the
expect
kitchen
tonight, then that
to drop
changes
it
the game
up the line of my
to
forehand. I dare you.
levels.
I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, and that'll favor the teams that like to slow it down and don't want to win with their hands because the counters coming back won't have as much on them. So if
That was a
your
tennis
hands are
forehand.
not
You can tell
quite
because
as
I
good, those
my
counters
backswing I brought it up here
don't come
instead
on
of
you
just
as
take.
fast.
In
Your
Pickleball, you
hands
just
look
take
better
it back.
than
You
they
want
really
to
are
abbreviate
because of the
your backswings as much as possible. There, I did a loop. You're taught the loop in tennis, but you don't want to do it in pickleball. Nice. Oh, I also remember that.
Saw J.W. Johnson trying to get that ball on the ground on the backhand side. Did it once, but couldn't do it again. Alshon has a real big chance here to creep back.
See,
into
5-8.
two.
It's Christian.
It's a ball he was making in game one.
That is a
I'm sure
ball
he
I was
made it
making
all
in
day
game
long
one.
And is upset over
And you
Ben
could even
Johns.
see when I hit that shot, I wasn't trying to hit anything crazy. I actually took a decent amount of pace off of it and just tried to place it in. If I make that, it's 6-8, and I don't miss a return. Could have gone. This game could have gone completely different. But the problem is, you know, it's hard for me to watch this because now I'm like, it's burning inside of me, like knowing that all it took was one shot for me to win this game. But you can't do that to yourself. You can't do that to yourself because every single point you could say that.
Oh, Alshon created that.
Like just because that happened doesn't mean you're out of it yet. Right
Yeah,
here,
you hit the
6-9.
drop, but you don't stay back. If you hit a great
To be
drop,
fair,
you go,
it would
"Oh, I
be
hit a
like
great
7-8.
drop," and then you don't
No,
follow
don't
it
say
in. You're letting your opponent off the hook. Great job of chasing that down.
Side out.
Wild miss there, but J.W. Johnson, if he wants to play three,
It's
would
okay,
be
Christian.
well
It's okay.
advised to not keep giving the ball back to Alshon, who can get hot.
That's so frustrating to see right
Points
there.
away for J.W. Johnson.
All right, he did it too. I'm not the only one. No.
No, he didn't. He stared at his paddle like we all do when we miss. Like, it's not our fault. Freaking paddle. Come on, man.
Oh, that was such a big shot right there.
Boy, that
Great
is
idea,
a
though.
Disciplined leave there. That did not miss by much.
That was like an inch out. But on the backhand, I think I have the tendency to take a big swing. So I had a one-hander in tennis my entire tennis career, or at least 10 to 22. 10 to 21. I quit tennis when I was 21. And I started hitting two-handed backhands after I started playing pickleball. So it's a completely new shot to me. Oh, Christian.
Johnson gets a break off the net.
So I started hitting back. It's a completely new shot to me, and I have to like train myself to use my left hand because I didn't use my left hand for anything as far as swinging. And it's been a process because some days you'll feel like you're making a lot of progress, and then the next day it will be terrible. And now you're like, what's happening? It's like you're like, oh, I was doing, and that's the tough part about sports is you'll do so well, and you'll see yourself making progress, and then you'll have a day where you lose it, and you think it's all for nothing, but it's not. And everything you've done and everything you've learned, it's still helping you. It's just, sometimes you take a couple steps forward, and you got to take a couple steps back. It's like the way to success isn't a straight line. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. Sometimes it's even up and then down and then up.
Lucky for him.
So you just got to stay consistent and keep moving, man. But I assure you, it keeps moving up. Long term. I left that up. Oh.
Barely missed.
I anticipated his shot down the line well because I noticed he was hitting the high flicks down the line. Low flicks, he was hitting cross court. And sometimes it's like, ooh, unlucky. Sometimes it's you can watch these guys before they play or watch us before we play and kind of have a strategy going in, which you should. But sometimes it's just certain matches. Certain matches people are just hitting certain shots. And you have to figure it out on the fly.
He does it.
Once again, I'm standing in the middle of the court, not covering my line. But it's fine. All right, here we go. This is the game I have not been wanting to watch.
I think it's going to be who can better execute the shots to the backhand of the opposing side. Again, I think there's just so much to be said.
Good serve.
How JW was able to
good
take that game
good backhand cross court.
Even though he wasn't seeing that first drop shot, even though it may take 2 or 3 shots, get it to the backhand side.
Just staying relaxed on my backhand is key. Sometimes I tense up and I hold it too tightly with my right hand, and a two-handed backhand I've learned, it's almost all left hand.
Yeah,
almost all left hand. So if you're trying to learn a two-handed backhand, what you can do is you can go to a wall and hit lefty forehands. I did that a decent amount, and it's helped.
Your thirds, your deep returns.
Great idea. Great idea. I left it up.
An opportunity like this is
I was also reaching. I've noticed that I let the ball drop too much, so I got to take it a little earlier.
Oh, J.W. Johnson.
Good point. There was a light court in there, but I played well. He played well. I mean, that was a great shot by him.
This one right there was going to be good, and he almost got tagged.
I don't think I could have made it, even if I probably could have, but I was like, oh, maybe it's going out. Make him play. Make him play. See. It's the short ball.
Look at milestones within a game.
It's the short ball that people.
I want to get to 6 first, so I have the lead at the change.
People like to stay back and let the ball come to them. In pickleball, you have to move to the ball. So if it's short, people reach and they tend to miss it. It's the good. Oh.
Alshon nearly had
So it was a good block, and I think what I did is I try to reach. If I split step, if I split step and side lunge or like side shuffle into a lunge, I'm gonna like have time to make that. Oh, tweener.
Tweener alert.
the athleticism.
So I'm the tweener king.
Full display,
People call me the tweener king.
He used
Dave
to
Fleming
do this
actually
more
crowned me
gratuitously,
that
but
title
now he really didn't have a
6
choice.
months
Not
ago
only
to
does he
date.
do it, he
got the drop
And what I
kick.
said after this point is they don't call me the tweener king for nothing.
well done.
And hey, they don't, man, they don't.
Oh boy.
But then you go and do something like that, so that's the problem. And I have cut back on the tweeners, but still my favorite shot. Cut back on them because it's good to stay locked in and hit the right shots at the right times. Because as you'll find out in the rest of this match, every point counts. Every point counts. Tweeners are great, but when every point counts, you got to choose them wisely. Even I'm maturing as an athlete. It's crazy. Drop. Whew.
What a shot from J.W. Johnson. It seems like when he's up at the kitchen.
There's just
he can't
something
be
about dropping the ball
The ball's in the
well.
air, he can't, and,
That's such a
he's not
good
gonna give
shot,
you
and
a-
I
a
don't
chance to
exactly
rally
know
back to
why,
the
but
point,
it's
and I think
such a
that's the
good
smart
shot.
thing that, the
I
top
know.
players
I mean,
do.
I
They
can-
get
I can-
established.
I can guess why, but all right. What I've noticed is every time we get to the net and we go head to head, I
triumphant
lose.
in the hands battle. None faster.
I'm like 0-4
than
right
J.W.
now.
Johnson.
Special skill for that man right there.
I think what I gotta. That's unlucky.
Oh,
We'll take
my.
the net bounce.
So he keeps ripping
Alshon
it
was going
inside
for
in.
another tweener,
Christian,
I think, if that
how do you
ball's
not
in
see that?
Distance.
Yeah, and again, it might have been his only choice, but too much topspin hit that tape and propelled it forward. That's what happens with the net if you hit it flush like that.
And he misses the serve.
And if you hit it like that, you don't get to serve again. And if you're new to pickleball, and welcome Prime friends, the let serve has to clear the kitchen line or it is a fault.
2 free points in a row.
And there's those freebies I was talking about that just really in a game 3 you don't want to give away.
Free points add up so quickly. It's because they happen so fast that free points can go from
Alshon. Bang it into the
1-3
backhand corner on the serve,
5-3.
and then run around the backhand, and it's
And Fleming just said exactly what I said. You hit a deep serve cross court. Oh boy, he's gonna take a timeout. Oh, he's not. What? I've won 3 points in a row on my serve.
5-3.
Yes.
Point. 6-3. Change
So
it.
he didn't take a
Change
timeout
ends.
because he switched sides at 6-3.
Last, and if he can get JW Sman a little
Yeah.
bit, I think we're gonna
Made it.
come back alive.
That's the one, Christian.
It worked the first time. when
Either way, I hit that
had
drop a
fun,
little
and
high,
he obviously
unfortunately.
wasn't
It's one of
lying
those
in that
shots where
post-game
if you're better at it, like J-Dub, this match,
like
he was
Chris.
hitting those shots, his backhand drop,
That is
much
half
better
the
than I
battle
was.
is between the ears,
It's the
right?
little things that matter.
More than half.
Alshon tags J.W. Johnson, Michelle McMahon, and Dave Fleming.
My
with
heart's,
you
my
in
chest
the
is starting to,
of this semifinal match.
my heart's starting to beat pretty
Semifinal
fast
match
right now.
events,
I'm
if you're
up
looking for
6-3 in the
that, that will
third.
take place tomorrow
I'm
at
nervous.
9 a.m.
Oh, Christian. Christian. I'm sorry that I'm referring to myself in the third
Eastern
person,
time,
but I
if
am
you're
watching
just
myself
checking
in
where Atlanta
for the
is.
sake of
YouTube,
how I'm
sorry.
doing this.
Not Prime Video. But go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then shuffle
So
over
I
to
think I was
Prime
trying to
Video.
do the
Great,
swoosh
we've got championship
that I was trying to do,
exclusive
or that I
coverage
was
for you
talking
here on
about.
Prime Video. What a rip from J.W. Johnson, the inside in forehand.
Yeah, just nice and smooth there. That's not hit as hard
You know,
as he can, but height over the net.
I'm taking some
brilliant,
notes
and
after
just
this.
Too good for Alshon to handle.
Oh!
Oh, just a miss from Alshon. What a drop, though.
I mean, that would have been a highlight reel,
Yeah, there was a
and I think
backhand
that's why I
before the
did it,
last
because it
one,
just
and
wasn't
then
the right
that one was
shot.
just
But the
as
thing is,
good. So the
I didn't want to hit that shot. I didn't want to hit the shot
Johnson
that bounced
comeback
in the
is
kitchen
got
to my
a tie
backhand
here.
while we're both at cat and mouse. The only reason I'm telling you guys this is because I want you to hit that shot. Like I want you to like Like, show me my weaknesses. I want you to expose my weaknesses, and I'm just going to learn from them. Like, if you keep making me hit my bad shots, they're going to get better. Just like that, Johnson. I won what? I went from, I was down 3-2. I went up 6-3. Now he's up 8-6. I won 4 in a row. He won 5 in a row. And then he misses a serve. The same thing happened. So I win 4 in a row. I miss a serve.
Baby, it's hookies.
Oh no, I don't think I missed a serve after 4 in a row. But he wins 5 in a row. He misses a serve.
So we made our softest diaper ever to help take care of it.
You know, it's a tricky balance with the serve. I've said this before, but it's you want to hit a really good serve, and it's worth going for the serve and missing it.
Oh yeah, it was a whole new thing
rather
for
than
us.
just hitting a bunch of
We stayed in the room
mid serves. Like
in
you,
Takashi's
like
home.
mid means like average.
We told Takashi that.
So it's really worth it to go for your serve, because even if you miss it, you're gonna win a decent amount of them. Down 6-8. It's just, I'm starting to see where I can choose my drops wiser.
This one will either get Connor Garnett or Jake Kuzmiter. See, story
Out,
of
he just
upsets
missed it.
here
I'll
in
even tell
Atlanta,
you. So
and just missing that one
if I'm
was
dropping
the
it and it's
highest
too
he's
close to my
left.
body,
J.W.
I'm sitting it.
Johnson.
I'm popping it up. It's best to drop it if I'm like reaching. Because if it's too close to my body, it's too much like a backhand slice. That was a big shot. So instead, what I should do is I should put my second hand on there and drop it with 2 hands for a little bit more control, or rip the third, drop the 5th.
It might take more than 11 in this game 3.
Bonus pickleball.
Big serve to the backhand. See, he really doesn't want to hit a short return. Oh, I remember that.
So if you do go into that backhand
That
corner,
might have
you
been
know
the
that
dumbest
Alshon's
shot of
gonna
this
run
entire
around
match, and
it.
I'm just
You
saying
can
that as it
add
is,
pace to that
because
and make
instead
the
of
footwork
like
more
just trying to
challenging,
make
which
it,
is
I
what
literally
J.W.
took the
Johnson did
biggest
there.
backswing.
Adjustment.
I just read the ball poorly. I read the ball very poorly is what happened. I also remember this point. It's funny that I remember all these points, you know, since I played this match.
Behind, then way behind, but got a mistake.
He just gave me that point, so I mean. Then I miss a serve. 8-8, you miss a serve.
Tried to go big on the serve, but a little too much.
Sloppy.
Just wide.
Sloppy
So
error.
Johnson
And once
takes
again,
the
he just
late
made me
third
play.
game lead. Add another match point. J.W. Johnson, timeout called on the court.
I mentioned
Alshon
sloppy, right?
will gather his thoughts.
Their seeds.
That was what I was talking about, where you hit the ball
Not
short
yet,
and
anyway.
somebody's,
Christian
and then
Alshon
the guy's reaching.
looking to force the issue.
8-10.
Wow, that's a good shot.
And instead of going inside out, he pulls it inside in.
I think I took a big swing, but
Beautiful ball from
you know,
Alshon.
sometimes I feel like I just had so
My
much
goodness.
confidence in that shot, the way I
9-10.
hit it. Yeah, he hit a good return. It's probably because I don't think I hit the best serve. I was a little nervous after missing 2 out of my last 3 serves.
Massive at a 9-10.
You got to stay locked in on the serve. It's so, oh.
Oh, tough bounce. He had some fortunate bounces off the tape coming to this point. It had to even itself out at some point.
And as it went past Alshon, he's like, "Are you kidding me?" Out.
I was like that. I was like, no way I'm going to lose like this. Why? Why am I taking big swings, Christian?
This is his favorite shot with a chance
Abbreviate
to
that,
make it
man.
10
Don't
apiece.
go up, go back.
No problem.
Goodness
Third
gracious.
shot here.
Come on.
10-9.
You know, I probably could have reached that too.
JW Johnson.
I really think I could have reached that shot, but I thought it was going wide at the same time, and it was a little far away from me. So even if I would have got a paddle on it, it's unlikely that I was going to hit a great shot. So I was like, let's just see if it goes out. Anyway, immediately after that, I kind of just stood on the court for a bit, and I was just kind of in my head. I actually mentioned this recently on the kitchen, but I was just thinking, like that did not just happen, or like, are you kidding me? No way, like, come on, like I'm just like, no, like what? Just utter shock, disbelief, couldn't believe it. And I just, it's one of those moments, and it's one of those moments where, if you win that, if I would have won that, or if you win or lose that match, your life is completely different. It's like the butterfly effect. Sorry to get into it, but it's like the butterfly effect on steroids. If I win that match, it's my first ever final. Man, I beat Ben Johns I beat Ben Johns in the quarters, J-Dub in the semis. First ever final, I'm about to win my first tournament, next big thing. Oh my goodness, I've worked so hard, like this and that, and it's like the hype is crazy if I win that match. The hype is crazy. And then you don't win it, and then you lose, and you're just standing there, and then you're just thinking, you're how did that happen? Everything's going to be different. Everything could be one way, and it's not going to be this way right now. And that just breaks you. Like, you want something so bad. You want, you just want to accomplish your goals. You like, and when you no, and I mean, like, you want to accomplish your goals. I want to accomplish my goals. And not only do I say that, but I follow it up with action. I work hard every single day. I don't take any days off. Every single day I play pickleball, or I am actively recovering from pickleball. I am in the gym day in, day out. I am studying the game day in, day out. I am creating content day in, day out. Every single day. And it's hard. Like, it's hard. It's hard when you're so close to something and you don't get it. And that's how I felt. And it was probably the most emotional loss I've ever had in pickleball. And in tennis, so I said I was 18-0 in the season. I was. And then after the season, there's individuals. So there's like the team season, and then there's individuals for singles and doubles. So I went 18-0 in the season, and then there's the postseason, or whatever it's called, but it's not in the season, where you play individual singles. Second or third round, I lost in singles to the guy that I had beat in the semis of the team 2 days earlier. I lost to the same guy I beat 2 days earlier. I lost in a close three-setter match, like 7-5, after coming back from 5-2 in the third. And I lost that, and I broke down. And other than that, this J-Dub match was very similar, where, you want something so bad, and I had been working really hard for that season, for that second half of that season. And it hurt. Anyway, but the thing is, it's that pain from losing, that pain from being so close, that pain, that will break people. That breaks people. But if it doesn't break you, you'll come back stronger. You will come back stronger. and I'm coming back stronger. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, I mean, the fact that you make it to the end of the video is it's crazy. I can't believe it. So thank you so much. I can't believe you. Appreciate you all. Any comments you want to leave, feel free. Stay tuned for my next vid. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much. Until next time. Peace.